rims, this black wheels, this black wheel, this black, just black. Hey. Black out the coupe, hop out the roof when I run into you. Dogs black as the dark side of the moon. Won't be no juice, won't be no juice. Chief in the road with an all black suit. Couple white girls walking all black too. Me and man Martin in all black boots. Call up the
I love this song so much.
Isn't it great?
This song is amazing.
Me too.
Hello, everyone. We are getting ourselves together. Hello, Marcus Enterprise. Thank you for joining us this week. Thank you. I'm trying a new thing of like this curly, bountiful hair thing. I'm like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on here, everybody. There's a lot going on. We are going to get started shortly. We are trying to do new things. I cannot see the ladies on my screen, but I'm hoping everybody else can see them on Instagram because I cannot.
In here.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. I think we are good. Ladies, can you see me?
I can see you. Telly is not on, and I have no idea why. I keep inviting her, and she's not coming in.
Instagram is Instagramming. For those of you watching us on
here.
YouTube, there we go.
Oh, there you are.
Hey. It's annoying because it won't connect to my StreamYard.
You're on StreamYard.
I can see you on StreamYard, so it's fine.
You just need to turn down, yes.
Okay. So should I mute on StreamYard?
You're echoing.
Okay. Sorry.
We're just all having technical difficulties here, trying to figure some stuff out.
Telly, are you okay?
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi.
Hi, everyone. We're doing something new, okay? So you're going to have to bear with us. We promise the stories are going to be very funny and amazing tonight. So welcome. We're going to go through this quickly to another episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. And hopefully everybody can hear us. Before we get into the foolishness, because there is a lot of foolishness, I am going to let us introduce ourselves in alphabetical order.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we try to make sense of the foolishness of these deep, dark internets. We want to thank Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Because of them, this podcast, this thing shows up every Saturday on Internet Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks to Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. So check us out on the weekends for the audio of our show. We take live on IG and on YouTube every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And be sure to follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Instagram so you can see all the cool things that we put out in the world. Telly, what is up?
Ooh, so much, too much. Hey, girl. Hey, hello, everyone out there on IG and YouTube land. My name is Telly, and I'm so happy to be here with your Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. Listen, yo, I don't know. The year. It's not even like the 15th yet, and the world is already on fire. I knew that 2024 was going to be interesting, but the amount of stories, like, it's just giving. It's giving so much. I'm not even going to talk no more. Shiva girl, tell these lovely people who you are.
Hi, everyone. I am Shiva. They call me Shiva. I'm the final member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. Can you guys let us know if we are echoing on Instagram? Because I'm hearing an echo in my ear, and I just want to make sure that we are not echoing.
Let me put my headphones back on. Maybe that might kill it.
Are your headphones not connecting to your laptop?
Hold on.
We're trying something new, guys. We're trying to, because when you simulcast on YouTube and on Instagram, it can be a thing. But there's a lot happening. I'm actually just going to get into the show because it is very jam-packed. This one here, I almost just, again, want to refrain from commenting and actually just read the comments. But you know what? I'm not going to, because I think it is so absolutely ridiculous what I'm about to read. And I would love to hear what you amazing viewers have to say about what is up on the screen, because parents don't parent anymore. They expect society to parent their kids. And in this situation, what this says behind me is here, police are investigating after a girl was attacked by a group of men in VR. For those of you who do not know what VR means, it means virtual reality. This child experienced psychological trauma similar to that of someone who has been physically, the R word, police source. Yes, you heard that right. So a young girl was playing on her virtual reality headset. They say that she was attacked on the virtual reality set. And what they did was actually call the police. And the police are treating this case very seriously. And this is what they have to say. I'm not even going to read the full story, but she's a minor. And she told her family what happened, and they called the cops, and the cops responded. And there is a full investigation to find out who abused her in the virtual reality world. Ladies, I actually
imagine that 911 phone call. It's like, 911, what's your emergency? Like, 911, what's your emergency? Yes, my daughter has been, the R word. Okay, what did they look like? Well, Avatar. Okay, well, where did this take place? In VR land. So how are we supposed
in
to
arrest
them? I don't know. That's your job. In meta world. How does one? Why does your 13-year-old even? Why does your 13-year-old even have a VR set?
Here's
something isn't adding up.
Here's my thing. You are in a situation where you are in a fantasy world. This is not real. It's all digital. You're on a device. As soon as something is happening that I don't like, escape. We all know there's a sign out button on this device.
Take the VR set off and throw it out the window.
Throw it out and be like, I'm never logging into this particular area of VR land ever again. Like,
that was my question. Like, why couldn't she take it off? Why? Because she was too young. She was too young to even have the VR set. She was too young to even understand and comprehend the actions that she needed to take. She was too young for this. And the fact that the parents are actually calling the cops and wasting good taxpayer money for them to hunt down VR assaults, virtual reality assaults. This is the most foolish of the foolish.
We are in this age where humans are always, more than ever, we look for ways to justify everything that we do that's stupid. Like, we're just not owning it. We're just not saying, wow, you know what? That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Just own it. Just say that.
But it's so much easier to blame. It's so much easier to blame the world and society than point fingers to ourselves. Because what's the point of being an adult if you can't blame someone else for your problem? It's the VR people's fault that my child was sexually assaulted.
In VR world.
The police better find those avatars. I don't know how. Find
those
avatars and arrest
them. Get the IP address and like. Okay,
you're fine. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Find the IP address, fine. But do you know how many IP addresses one person can have?
Multiple.
Right. So even if you have the IP address, it's like, okay, really? Like, we're going to spend resources on this?
Yes. Clearly, yes.
I guess so.
We're done. We're actually done. We hope not only the little girl gets help, but her parents get help. Because they should not be parenting anyone. We digress. Okay, moving on. This one is pure foolishness. And I'm actually, because I'm not going to get canceled, I'm actually just going to go to the comments on this one. This one I'm calling trans attracted. Trans attracted. So what this lovely thing says behind me is, man dating a trans woman justifies himself to his best friend. I'm not the happy word. I'm an alpha male, attracted to femininity, and that's what I got. But don't just take my word for it. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I was just very much confused.
I was confused too. Cassidy educated me and said, no, honey, you're straight. Don't you look at me like a woman? I said, yeah. She's like, so where do you find the word gay? And that's when I realized, yeah, I'm not gay at all. I'm an alpha male that's attracted to femininity, and that's exactly what I got right here.
What do the comments say? What do the comments say?
Because we have nothing. So yes, let's take it to the comments. Deep down, it seems a lot of men want to date other men, but they like the attractiveness of the woman's body, but they're scared of being called gay. So I guess this is the midway point. Not all men, plenty though. Next commenter says, oh my God. Okay, I'm not even going to read that one because it's going to piss me off. So if you dress a chimp as a female human, then you then you aren't into bestiality. Okay. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay. So the next one says attracted to femininity. So he goes for a guy. LMAO. Another one says, buddy, you're 100% gay. That's a man with makeup. That's all that is. You're gay. Next man. Femininity where? Thinking emoji. Jaw stronger than Colossus from X-Men. I'm done.
Woo! Well, the people have spoken, and that's their thoughts. So, thank you, internet, for always
interneting.
Do what you do. Internet do what they do best. Commenting.
Interneting.
Okay, IG.
Okay, I'm done. I actually have nothing because Car has nothing, and Car is the most politically correct of the three of us. And when she has nothing, you know it's time. We just move on to the next segment. So this might have been the shortest segment we've ever done. We are over. We're moving on. We're done. It's over. We're not touching this one. This one that I'm calling He Big Toed Me. And I repeat, He Big Toed Me. That is the name of this segment. I might just read the comments. Listen, guys, if you love our show, this might be one we're just trying not to get canceled. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, this is going to be a quiet episode. So we're not going to talk about this.
We're trying not to get canceled.
Forgive us.
Listen, do we look like Tasha K? No.
Girl.
So
we're going to use the word alleged on
allegedly. So I'm good. Thank you, journalist Garcia. T.I. and Tiny Harris sued by women allegedly claiming they drugged her and penetrated her with the rapper's big toe. I'm going to repeat. T.I. and Tiny Harris sued by women allegedly claiming, you notice I'm inserting the word allegedly, claiming they drugged her and penetrated her with the rapper's big toe. But there is more. There's more, Telly. Telly, there's more. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this. The new accusation was handed down by Jane Doe, who recently filed a lawsuit against the pair. She claims that while enlisted in the U.S. Air Force and stationed in Los Angeles, she met an employee of the couple sometime around 2005 during a party at Coolio's house, a name you haven't heard in a while. That person, identified as Caviar, invited the victim to a nightclub where Tia and Tiny were the next night. Once she arrived, Doe said she entered the VIP section where Tiny handed her a drink. After the club, Doe said she got into an SUV with 2 other women and the couple. They then went to a hotel, but Tiny allegedly kicked out the other 2 women for flirting with her husband. When Doe was alone with the 2, she claims they all showered together, and then she began feeling lightheaded. Afterward, they moved to the bed where she says T.I. ordered her to massage him before Tiny pinned the woman on her stomach and began grinding on her. Then T.I. allegedly penetrated the woman with his big toe. I was trying. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna complete it. Okay, Doe says she continuously told the couple no, but they proceeded with the assault anyway. Eventually, she went to the bathroom to throw up while T.I. got up to get a condom. After passing out, the woman says she woke up the following day with a vaginal pain and itching before being abruptly kicked out by a security guard. We will just make a disclaimer. We do not think that assault is funny, but we think this story is funny, but we do not think assault is funny. We move on.
No.
I'm just gonna go to the comments, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let the comments take over this one.
This first one is gonna take us all out. The first commenter says, did he use the whole toe or just the tip?
So everyone, we want to thank you for another episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We've officially been canceled. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time. There won't be a next time. There won't be a next time. So if you caught it, got it. That's a good question, though. Commenters are wild.
Can I just say,
they're not even holding
and
this
is not just about this situation, but I'm finding a lot of these sort of celebrity naughty incidences.
They're happening so rapidly.
Like everyone is out here looking for their cassie check.
These comments, okay, I'm gonna read you one that has me dying. So this commenter asks, so she's been tiptoeing around with this allegation since 2005?
Tiptoeing.
And that's a lot of people are only putting out their stories now because of the laws that have been set where there is now a timeline. So a lot of people that may or may not have had particular incidences happen are now coming out of the woodwork with all these different sort of stories. I mean, 2005, Coolio is now passed. He's deceased.
He passed. Yeah, he passed away. I think it was a drug overdose or something.
2005, y'all.
Sorry, Coolio, rest in peace.
I was jamming. That was a long time ago. I was in my 20s.
Very long time.
Girl. Listen, I'm saying nothing. I'm just here to read comments. So this commenter said, oh my God. So I guess he must have told the cooch up. T-O-E. Told the cooch up. You guys get it?
Girl, I get it. I get it.
The commenters really sat down.
Turned on my lights.
And they really thought through.
They tried it.
They were like, what am I going to write?
This person said, I tell him to kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
Oh, no.
Party on down to the X-Skate beat. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just because we know Tiny was an escape. Okay, this is the last one, and I'm actually going to move on. This last commenter says, trying to imagine him separating his big toe from the rest of them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on. We're moving on.
I'm never looking at toes the same ever again. Oh, when you go get a pedicure, I'm gonna be like, yo, you know what? Just don't touch me.
I've nothing. Not getting canceled. Moving on. Moving on. So I have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing. Nothing. I have nothing.
Hell no.
So in this segment that we're calling Waist Gal, we're just gonna let the Waist Gal speak for herself because it is story time. Go.
Are you thinking to that? Sarah had like a wicked eventful week and a half for my life. Like it's typically very boring. I went on 2 dates with this guy, and after those 2 dates, he decided to fly us out to Miami, and we had like a whole weekend in Miami for Art Basel. We literally went on this trip as strangers, like we hadn't even kissed before we went to Miami. It was definitely very risky, like it could have gone both ways. I was just getting like, oh my gosh, for the plot, like I'm just a young girl, this is so fun, and this is like literally just like for the plot. And I was like, okay, but I do not know this man, like we are in a hotel room together, this could go very far south, but I am alive. I made it through, I persevered. Anyways, that's separate. Tonight I'm seeing him again and we're going to the Raptors game. Unfortunate thing about me is that I'm still very much hung up on my ex-boyfriend. Like since we broke up in the summer, I cannot like be attracted to another guy. I've had like a very hard time. And like this guy, it's like, okay, his personality's fun, like we do really fun things, this is great. And like also stuff that like me and my ex would never do. Me and my ex would never travel together, go to fun games or whatever. Just I'm not physically attracted to this guy or like sexually attracted to this guy. So basically I'm kind of very much off it. My bestie and I decided, because I can't make decisions by myself, we decided that we were going to give him like one more hangout. So that's kind of what this hangout is. It's like am I going to see this man ever again, or are we ghosting him after this? I'll give you a little update at the end. He texted me if I wanted to go to the game tonight. I wasn't even sure, but then I was like, okay, we're going to be sitting at the game. It's not just like us face to face, so maybe it'll be like less annoying and like less interaction together because we're just like sitting, eating food, drinking drinks, and I'm just like watching these men. One little hiccup I have with these little Raptors things, because we went to them last week after we got back to Miami. I'm like sitting there. I'm like sitting there in a chair beside this like skinny rat man. And I'm just like seeing all these like hunky, cute men like walking by, and I'm just like, there's so many hotter men out there. What is going on? And the thing with him is like, he's not old enough for us to be in public and people are like, oh my gosh, she's definitely with him for his money. Do you know what I mean? I would almost prefer that. I would prefer if he had gray hair and people are like, she's getting her bag. What it looks like is like I'm holding his hand and we're walking through the crowd and it's just like, oh, she just has an ugly boyfriend. Like her man is just ugly. And I really don't like that. The Raptors game last week was my first Raptors game ever. So I like didn't fully know the vibe. I was like, okay, I don't want to be overdressed. Like maybe people are like sporty. These girls out here are not sporty. They're like done up and ready to like be seen, which like I get it. Like there were cute guys there, so like I get the vibe. I was in a normal outfit. I was in jeans and sneakers, but I think today we might pull up in like a heel moment, and I'm just gonna be towering over this man. I am 5'2", so the fact that I can put on heels and tower over him just kind of like paints the picture for you there.
Here's the thing. At the end, based on what she described, I know exactly who she went out with. Because this is in Toronto. I know exactly who she went out with. I know exactly who she went out with. And here's my thing. Why can't we just keep certain things off of Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet? Girl, like, you're just block your blessings, because you just said to us, you have never been anywhere with your man. Your boyfriend that you're hung up on with, he took you nowhere. You didn't travel. This man is taking you to Miami and Art Basel, which is not cheap. Okay? He's taking you to Raptors game. And if you're sitting on anywhere in the 100s, also not cheap. You're looking anywhere between $800 for a pair up to thousands of dollars for a pair, depending on where you're sitting. So instead of shutting your mouth, you decide to go on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's good internet to tell this story for why? For what?
And that's why I remember in our planning call, I was like, you know, I suggested this story because she's stupid. Like I was
You're
like,
being kind.
and I am being
You're
kind.
being nice by saying that she's
I'm
just
being nice because I was
more than
like,
that, but we understand.
why are you like what are we supposed to learn from this story? Usually story times are shared as PSAs, things to say, this is what you should watch for, or don't move the way I did. She's just out here as an average, and I'm so sorry, but I'm going to bring in some Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry. But for someone that is very average, meaning if you said to me, please go see the white Caucasian girl with the long brown hair, I would walk in the room and there would be 60 of them and I would not be able to tell which one you're talking about. That's how basic she is. Shiva.
She wasn't doing story time. She was pretending to do a story time, but in actuality, she was bragging. This was to brag. This was to brag and say, oh my God, like I'm so hot that some man that I barely know, I haven't kissed him, I haven't done anything, but he's flying me to Miami. But she just can't say that, right? She wants it to be like, I'm just so like unaffected by this, even though I haven't ever been anywhere with my ex-boyfriend who I'm completely hung up with because he was broke, because I'm basic. I actually met some sucker who is flying me out like, oh my God. And then he's taking me to the Raptors game and I was like down and like, she doesn't want to say that. So she tries to act like, oh my God, I can't. Girl, you were trying to brag because never in your life did you think this was going to be your life. You've seen the other girls on Instagram get the live and do all the things and you wanted to be that. What do you mean you didn't know what the vibe was going to a Raptors game? We all know what the vibe is. Okay, if you're in the 100 level section and you're any type of pop girl, I have never worn sneakers to a Raptors game. I wear thigh-high boots in the middle of winter with skinny jeans, and this is what you do. You want a cute jacket, even you're going in winter, you'll wear like a cute bomber jacket because you're going with someone who's driving in the underground, so you can just take the elevators upstairs. Yes, I have done that, and go into your seat. So stop this. Just oh my God, he's just like, and oh my God, like, and I'm with this red man, and there's like hotter guys, and so.
Maybe she took the bus and then like ran underground to follow him. And then she tried to live that life. Maybe the bus, the TTC, which is what we already know is the TTC is something else. But maybe she took the TTC and pretended it was like an extended limo, and then ran downstairs to go into the underground and then started walking like.
Girl, she's waste. Like it's not a vibe. Just brag. I will just brag.
It would have been better. She's like, let me tell you all, I had the best night. This is what happened, and be done. But the way how it's positioned, it's like, girl, you're acting like this is supposed to be a story time, but you didn't ask us for any advice. You didn't even proudly and boastfully boast about it. You're just sitting there talking like an idiot.
Okay.
Her makeup. How much blush do you need? How much highlighter do you need?
Hung up on him. And,
oh my God. We went to like Miami.
And as I was holding his hand, as I was holding his hand, we were like, the crowd was just like partying and like.
Girl, they were partying because they probably thought that you were a hanger-on, or maybe they thought that she was one of those obsessed fans, and they didn't want to get caught in any crosshairs.
We're done. So we're gonna reset the room because actually the next 4 segments are stupider than these. But before we do that,
believe it or not.
Okay, Garcia,
believe it or not.
Yes, everyone. So we're going to reset this room. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we try to make sense of the foolishness on these internets, the deep, dark corners, those dusty corners of the internet where, our ancestors do not live. And then I start coughing. That means the ancestors are like, yep. Okay, so we want to thank Radio Regent, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Our show plays every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Check us out online on the internet radio on the weekends. We tape live on IG and on YouTube, so be sure to follow our channel and subscribe. And we do this every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So look forward to having you. Let's go on with the show. There's deeper-ish to make sense of.
So I needed to like trying to straighten this TV because I need you guys to really see this. I'm calling. Oh my God, what is wrong with my TV? That's
Girl, we're kayaking.
Well,
We're
apparently,
kayaking out of this planet.
the TV
at
didn't
least
want no part of the next
kayaking.
segment because the next segment I'm calling placenta love. Placenta love. Well, see, I touched nothing. I've literally touched nothing.
Now we're starting
and my
romance.
TV, like literally.
We went from kayaking to romance.
Okay.
Whole...
Okay. What in
You're
the
making
world?
sense of cable now.
Okay. So let's go
Making
on.
sense of the latest Bachelor.
Right?
Or what is that?
That's a whole
whatever, Bachelor in Paradise.
That's a whole other story, girl.
But we move on.
We're not touching that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and placenta love.
Hi, my name is Avia.
Avia?
Yes.
Avia, where are you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. What you do for a living?
I'm a claims adjuster for an insurance company.
Claims adjuster. Okay. Do you have any kids?
I have 2 boys.
2 boys. How old are your boys?
7 and 4 weeks.
7 and 4 weeks. 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
It is not second.
No, I can't.
How are you looking? Your vagina ain't even healed.
Close.
How are you looking for a penis? Your vagina ain't even healed yet.
I'm not looking for penis. I'm looking for a husband.
Why is you married to the man you like 4 weeks ago?
That was my plan, but that wasn't his plan. So
But what did
here
you
we
realize
are.
that was his plan?
I'm sorry, say that again.
When did you realize it wasn't his plan?
After he broke up with me,
When did he
before the baby was born, October.
When the baby was born?
Before the baby was
He
born.
broke up with you while you were pregnant?
While I was pregnant, yes.
What the hell was the reason? You didn't have an
Your guess is just as good as mine. I didn't ask. Just the excuse was enough for me.
What was the excuse?
He said that I didn't meet his standards. He didn't see himself with me for a long period of time, and he didn't want to be married. Almost
So
8
at
months.
8 months pregnant, he came to you and said, I don't want to be, did he move out?
Oh, shit. I mean, shoot. We were still living together. We were still living together.
A pregnant girl that you're living with while she's 8 months pregnant.
I guess it's just good as mine.
Now we're going to continue, but you do have to answer this because there's going to be men that are going to feel like I said, you know, technically they say you can't have sex until 6 weeks after you have a baby. So you are not even in the vagina. Your vagina ain't even healed yet. So with that being said, what do you say to the man that is concerned that you just had a baby 4 weeks ago?
Concerned? I mean, don't be concerned. Because, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not always about sex. I mean, you know.
Well, honey, I think some women got to get this. You can't understand how having a baby 4 weeks ago can be to a guy. Like, that could be a big thing. Would you date a guy that had a baby 4 weeks ago?
It depends on the situation. It definitely depends on the situation. I mean, if it was like mine, yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to answer if I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, it was probably somewhere in November.
And was it your child's father?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
it
broke
was.
out in October and then y'all had sex again in November?
We did, only because I say it was around November, only because we were trying to get my water to break. It was the only reason. But after that, no. I know. That's a lot.
So he broke up with you, said all these things. I don't see a future with you. And then y'all come together in November to have sex to induce you?
Yeah, we were still in the same household, so yeah.
So when did y'all move out? When did you move out?
I moved out, this was like a week and a half after my son was born.
So you moved out 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So you just left the house?
Yeah.
So y'all broke up last October. You had sex one last time in November. You had your son in December, and you just moved out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Girl. I say this with all the love I can muster in my soul. Take some time and be a mom. You gotta get some stuff together. You just moved into a new place. I mean, listen, you can do what you want to do, but I truly believe in single seasons. Single seasons are moments in my life when I chose not to date because I had to get my shit together for whatever reason, right? And everybody's shit together is a different thing. I'm not saying you don't have your shit together, but you are a new mom. You just broke up. You just left the baby daddy 3 weeks ago. You know, you have a 4-week-old child. You still have to deal with this man in some manner. It's all so new. Does the first one pay child support?
No. Oh.
What? Enough.
He's in prison.
Oh, child, baby.
But here's the thing, I wanted to be married.
Girl,
So I wouldn't have.
You're not doing anything to be a wife. You're not doing it right to go about me. I'm just gonna give it to you real raw and with love. Real raw love. Not to be hurtful. But if you want to be a wife, you gotta move like a wife. You're not moving like a wife right now, sweetheart.
You see it?
Suspect of having an affair. He was a good man, but maybe that wasn't it.
The TV was done, so I don't even know. Okay, let me just repeat just so you guys understand what we just watched. She's 36 years old. She has 2 kids, 7 and 4 weeks old. For those of you who do not know this, you are not able to be cleared to have any kind of relations. Relations mean sex until after 6 weeks, which means she is still 2 weeks away from her 6-week checkup to be cleared by her doctor that she can have something penetrate her hole. And she claims that she didn't find out that the man she claimed she was going to marry didn't want to be married or have kids with her until she was 8 months pregnant. She claims she wants to be married, but her previous baby father is not paying child support, not because he doesn't want to, it's because he's in prison. And she's now looking for a husband.
You know what?
To attract jailbird.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of what what Kendra said. You're not moving like a wife, sis. In order to attract that, you got to move like you want. Like, you come up here on this internet. let's work backwards. Let's work backwards. You come up on this internet with no self-respect, talking about how basically you left this man's house with a newborn baby that for some people don't even let their newborn babies out of the house.
No, you do not.
For 6 weeks. This is a Caribbean thing. I know this is a lot of cultures believe this. Like, the kid doesn't even leave to go to the church to be baptized until they're around 6 weeks old. So you moved yourself out of this house claiming you didn't know that this man didn't want to marry you and didn't want kids until 8 months of you.
Lies.
She's reaching. She's just reaching. What she's doing.
Girl,
she's reaching.
Like
pulling at nothing from nothing. It's
all lies. And then she's got the 7-year-old.
Yes,
who has a father that's in prison.
Correct.
Yep.
And she's but I want to be. I want to be a wife now with your.
And then she giggled all the way through at parts of her life that there was nothing funny about that. You now have 2 young boys with 2 different dads with a dysfunctional mother. Like, there, and she's 4 weeks. Do you understand? She's supposed. Listen, when my daughter was 4 weeks, I barely barely had that baby out of my eyesight. Barely had that baby. My daughter was attached to me forever. They're literally like this. They are like this. You're holding them. You're constantly breastfeeding. You're like, you had enough time to go try to put yourself together, put up a stand, say you want to go on Kendra G to find man. Go take care of your pitney.
No, she doesn't want to do that. She wants the Hallmark movie life. That's what she wants. She wants the Hallmark movie ending where the man will come and be like, I will take care of you
those
and all
children that are unwanted by their
I will step
biological
in that
fathers.
role, and I'll buy you that picket fence house with the Lamborghini and the Bugatti and the driveway, and we will drive to Miami. We'll fly to Miami and go to Art Basel, and then we'll come back to the Raptors game and we'll find that Hallmark movie man. That's what she's looking for.
Listen,
that's what she really thinks that with her going out on these internet streets and proclaiming how she wants to be a wife. See, I blame like these people that are like, speak it into existence. Girl, there are some things you should not.
Reality manifest.
Something you should not.
Reality is a thing, right? Like, and you have to have a template that is set. For instance,
exactly.
Okay, let's say you want to go on a weight loss journey. Great, girl. You want to go on that journey. What you got to do is go through your house and take out all the foods that will tempt you to overeat, right? You're setting yourself up for success.
Exactly.
Right? You make sure your gym membership is ready. You make sure you got your gym clothes. You got some cute gym clothes and you got your gym bag by the door, you know, or by your gym so you'll actually work out. You're setting yourself up. Sis, you have not set yourself up for a decent man.
Anything.
Like, did she even have a place to live?
Did she even have a place to live? She left the house.
Sure does. In the place she just moved in 3 weeks ago. I'm done. I'm actually done. There's more to go. I would suggest people go actually watch the full episode to hear more lies that she had to tell, because she actually moved out of the man's house while he was on a business trip and took his son.
Oh.
So we're done. We're gonna move on. This is another foolish mother who is going to be on our screen in a segment that I'm calling Pay Him. I'm just gonna let her speak for herself and go.
Okay, so in November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young and I wanted to go out there and experience life, and I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm on child support. And to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
So I'm also once again going to repeat what we just heard. So what this young woman just talked about was the fact that she has children, plural, I'm going to go with 2, just for the sake of it. She has 2 children with a man. She decided that she just didn't want to be a parent anymore, okay? And she decided to give her children to the father because he's the more responsible parent. It doesn't fit her lifestyle. She wants her new man. She wants to live her best life. Now she's upset that not having her children, she's going to have to pay child support. But more importantly, she took care of them until November of 2023. And it is now tax time in the US. It is tax time, and she wants to let you know that that other parent went ahead and claimed the kids that he now has in his custody on his taxes, and she can't get tax money for the kids that she no longer wants. Now, granted, let me say, I am a person who believes that the children should be with the best parent. Clearly, she is not the best parent. But ladies, remember when we were talking about equality? This is some equality for your ass. You don't have your children, you pay child support.
Fair.
Equality!
It's what it is. I mean, I say high five the dad. He did it right. Go ahead, sir.
He's the one that's going to have to pay for their daily going to school and eating lunch.
Precisely. Like, so I don't understand what.
Sorry, ma'am.
I mean, she's sitting here.
Sorry, ma'am.
Like,
should have kept them a little longer. What does she want?
You got to give to get. Like, you can't have it all. You can't. You got to give up something.
She's your freedom. You have your freedom, which is fine. Listen, I am not every woman should have been a mother. Like I have seen on these Kevin Samuel streets and Kendra G streets, women who are like, you should have never been a mother, right? So I'm all about choosing what's best for the child. And it's clear she wants to run the streets, she wants to be in the club, she wants to be out and about. She doesn't want to be a mother, then pay child support. Right? When a father says he doesn't want to be a father, guess what women say? But he's got to pay child support. I don't care if you don't want to be here, but run me my check. Well, run him his check, girl. What do you want to say?
Because the roles are reversed.
But we wanted equality. We wanted equality. This is equality.
This is equality at work.
There you go. Here's the equality like he's the primary parent. What did Rihanna say? Bitch better have my money. Sir, go sing that song to that woman. Go sing it right now to her, sir. I'm sorry, not sorry.
That's your problem, man. You didn't do your homework.
That's your problem, man. You didn't do your homework.
I mean,
go, she has a part-time job or something, or goes and begs the man she's with now to help her pay.
We're done. Because this one gets even worse. It actually gets, this one's not even worse. Because now this is a man who is bragging about how much money he pays his baby moms. And so this gentleman on my screen, if I'm not mistaken, there are 7 kids.
Smile.
He's got 7 kids with 6 different women. And he's about to tell us how much he pays for every kid. Okay? We're gonna hear. So 7 kids,
2 forthright,
6 women.
Okay.
He's gonna tell us in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 how much he pays for each kid.
This is how much I pay in child support for 7 kids with 6 different women. This is my oldest daughter, Savannah. And this is my second oldest daughter, Annalise. And I was paying their mother $31 a month. But since my oldest just turned 18, it's now $16 a month. This is my third oldest daughter, Mackenzie. And I currently pay her mother, Kathleen, $140 a month. This is my oldest son, Caleb. And I pay his mother, Chelsea, $14 a month. This is my youngest son, Levi. I know, he looks just like me. And I pay his mother, Alyssa, $24 a month. This is my 11-year-old daughter, Olivia. And I'm currently paying her mother, Brandy, $24 a month. And this is my youngest daughter, Scarlett. And me and her mother, Samantha, have no child support order in place. So I'm currently paying no child support for Scarlett. And that comes out to a...
No, I'll tell you the grand total of that. So again, $16, $40, sorry, $140. So the second baby mama with the third child, she's coming out better than all of them because he's got $16, $14, which makes $30, plus the $140, which is $170, plus the other $48, which is $218 a month. He pays for 5 children. Because one is now over the age of 18, so he doesn't have to pay for her. And the other one, there's no child support order, so he ain't paying her diddly squat. So this man pays 4 women. It's the 4 women. Yep, 4. No. Lying to 5 women he pays because he's still paying the first one because he still has a child under 18. So he's paying 5 women for 5 kids. $218 a month. Yet, he still had baby mama number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will give baby number 1 and 2 a pass, but 3, 4, 5, and 6 are idiots.
Total.
Yeah, I like, again, women, because we know that there are men like this out there, why are we just out here giving it up literally to anyone that winks at us? Like, I know that we're all grown and, well, I can make my own decisions and no one bosses me around. That's fine. But look at this man. You lied with this man. And it's obvious
He's
that
too
his
happy.
yearly salary is obviously less than like 30,000 because the court is looking at his wages and saying this man can't actually afford more than this amount of money. So, Sheba.
I'm gonna take the lowest number and the highest number. When is the last time you went into the grocery store with $14 to spend?
Girl, you can't even buy a McDonald's combo for $14, okay?
Like 1995? Like
Right. Like $14 can't buy you a Big Mac, a small fry, and a Coke.
Half a basket of things.
$14 doesn't even pay for a bougie bottle of water.
Okay. Now, I grocery shop weekly. And I'm not going to brag and act like I'm making a gazillion dollars, but I do okay for myself. Just okay. And I spend more than even what the highest baby mama gets a month. On average, a week. Some weeks it's a little bit lower than the 140, and some weeks it's slightly higher. So maybe I'll just average it out because I put everything in my Google spreadsheet. And my monthly average grocery bill and food cost is about $600 a month.
Yes.
Yep.
And on average, this year they said Canadians will be paying between $700 and $800 for groceries eventually. Like that's where we're heading. So
what am I doing? I'm done. I have nothing.
To be honest with you, and maybe it's because, I am and whatever, like Sheba, I do okay, right? Before the judge and I waste my time and go to court and sit there and chit chat and say, okay, you're going to get $14, I would honestly look at the guy and be like, you know what? Do you want to see the kid every Saturday and Sunday? Just pick up the kid on Saturday, drop him off Sunday, and we're good. I don't need anything from you. Just
$14?
Pick up this kid and spend time with this child because that's more valuable than the $14.
I make more
valuable
on royalties from my books. Okay? My last royalty check is like 3 or 4 months of what he's paying some of these women.
I'm just not over this picture.
Yeah, and also, can I just say, I'm not sure, like, him showing the photos of his kids.
It's children.
That's not cool.
And these poor kids are going to be shamed now when they go to school. You only get $14. $14. Why are you showing up these? Like, the moms, that's one thing. I don't think he should have done that either, of course. But the kids, come on.
No,
man.
he should not.
Yeah, we're done.
He's just one proud man that wants to show off his very large family.
We're going to move on. And this final one here, once again, being brought to us by 6 Brown Chicks. Thank you, 6 Brown Chicks, for all that you do, because they always keep on giving. And guess what? This episode is called, segment is called The Giver. And it goes, an older woman at work always smiles when she sees me. Once I caught her whispering about me to 2 other coworkers. My baby mama is pregnant again, so I figured I could play with the old lady for a while. Devil face emoji. I may even get some extra perks at work. I became her work husband, bringing her chai tea, talking about her African art, etc. I just want to F, because I was bored and curious. Finally, she asked me to come to her house for drinks. I started an argument with my baby mama and told her I wasn't coming straight home. I arrived at the old lady's house and she introduces me to her gay grandson. I think y'all should get to know each other. I tell her I'm not gay. I'm just skinny and well-dressed. And she apologizes. I'm so sorry. Everyone at work thinks you're gay. I'm not. My male manager is spreading rumors about me. We had one encounter. I was the giver, not the receiver. So clearly, I am not gay. How do I stop my manager from telling everybody without getting fired? Question mark.
What? We're not getting canceled.
You know
tonight.
what? Here's what I'll say.
Here's
what
we're not getting canceled. Hell no.
I'm just going to say this. When you and your manager were about to become entangled, why didn't you write into 6 Brown Chicks?
Not entangled.
Like, why are you writing after
the entanglement?
And people are talking about in the office, your girlfriend or baby mama is about to deliver, and now you write into 6 Brown Chicks.
And if you're the giver, doesn't that make you? Doesn't that make you?
Here's the issue with people who deny their sexuality, right? Because there are tops and bottoms in gay relationships, and the bottom is the one who's always considered less masculine, right? Because the bottom is the one, he's at the bottom, he receives. And the giver is considered the top, who's supposed to be more masculine. It doesn't matter if you give or receive, if you're having sex with a man.
I mean, if you're out here with the same sex,
you are what you think
then
you
are who you are, and you should just
own
it, accept it, and enjoy your life.
Enjoy who you are. Be free. Be who you want to be. This is the year 2024. Own it.
So he was okay with having sex with grandma because she's clearly old. Right. She has a grandson who's old enough to set up. So even me having a child at 21, I will give it. Tran is 22 now. Tran has a child. I'm 44. By the time the child is 18, I'm 62. Right? So let's just even assume the child is now 21. So I am 65. So he was okay with literally having sex with a woman in potentially her 50s and 60s. Okay. So, but you know what? Like, he picked a fight with his baby mama to have geriatric sex, but now he wants to write in the 6 Brown Chicks to talk. I'm done.
It's a lot. Like, this young man is very confused, and he needs to kind of sit down and figure it out. Like,
he's confused all of us. He's confused the whole
geriatric sex was okay. And even though I had a little bit of playtime with a gay man, I'm only giving, so I'm not gay, but I'm okay with geriatric sex. And then I'm done. I'm over it. You know what? I've got nothing. Thank you, 2024. You have certainly come in with a bang. So we've got a woman who's 4 weeks, whose placenta has barely dropped, who's looking for a husband and new man. We've got a woman claiming that she was assaulted by T.I.'s big toe. We've got a guy who's paying $218 in child support and bragging about it. Total a month for 7-6. How many children he got? Who knows at this point? There's a lot. There was a lot to cover. Thank you, 2024. I don't know what you guys have in store, but I guess you know what, Tully? Take it away. I have nothing.
Girl. We want to thank you all so much for watching and for listening right here on IG. Thank you, IG, for not breaking down this time. And we want to thank everyone on YouTube. YouTube never fails because YouTube knows what is up. Oh, hey, you know who we are. Okay, that's the script. We want to thank Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio, for giving us this lovely platform to share the foolishness on the internet. We go live every Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and to catch all these place of our award-winning content. Y'all, I'm talking about Nobel Peace Prize. Right? I said it. We are Nobel Peace Prize winners, and you can watch all these replays on Saturday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Until then, we will see you next week. Trust and believe there will be a lot more foolishness on the internet because y'all, Christ, get your stage ready. She will get the prayers up. I'm gonna do some kind of kumbaya because listen, this world is going to hell in a hay basket, but not us. We got Garcia, we got myself, Kelly, we got Queen Sheba, and until next time, everyone, keep fit, have fun, and whatever you do, don't let no one go near you with the toe, because I don't think
allegedly.
That's not right.
Allegedly.
We're done. Good night. We're gonna dance it out.
Black hoodie on, QP Newton, Black Revolution. I'm with a Queen, it's an illegal alien.